Alrighty then. I decided, you know what? I'm bored. Not really. Been working on some code. Oh yeah. Been working on some code. What do I need? What do I need? Yeah, that's right. Okay. I've been working on some code to try to make scripting something a little bit easier. I've been trying to get into a game again, because I'm going to be playing that game with friends this weekend. And yeah. All around pretty busy. It's 11:33. I'm probably only gonna go until like 1 AM, give or take. Man, I had some weirdness with that. Closing my eyes. Not a fun grotto for me, especially when I don't have best way to take care of them. So we're looking for city access, probably a couple of keys for mines, although I don't actually know what I'm looking for mines. I'm glad that I remembered to howl up there, because apparently that's something I've been forgetting to do recently. Been playing a game that I'm going to be playing on Saturday with my friends. Basically the premise is it's a sandbox-like game. Nice confirmation of where we're supposed to be going. It's a sandbox-like game, which I can feel pretty meh about sandbox games, because usually in sandbox games I haven't really found a game with a good end game. And unfortunately for me, this game is another one of those. There is no end game. Worse, in fact, because of the fact that the premise is you are the only survivor, or you and your friends are the only survivors left after a catastrophe. And you're trying to reclaim the world after that catastrophe. In solo, that means there is nobody to appreciate what you have done. You are the last survivor, and nobody will come after you. You are the last person on the planet. And, that's that. Once you die, humanity is dead. And it has a lot of world building in that, the world before the catastrophe. And now Darling is harassing Sadie. A dog. It has a lot of world building in that aspect of the world before the catastrophe, and it feels very realistic. But the problem again is the fact that you're the last one standing. Once you and your friends die, nobody else will be left. Nobody will be able to appreciate what you have done. So nothing you do matters. And also the world feels empty. This would be a perfect game for an NPC framework that they currently don't have. Nice spinner. So I've been trying to excuse me. My throat is not having it today. I've been trying to find setups. Okay, so that Big Key and Malamart was not for that, okay. Trying to find mod setups and playthrough settings and stuff to make it less punishing. A lot of people just try to rid the world of, you know, the remainders of the catastrophe simply for a survival purpose. What do I need in Arbiters? Other than to shut that cat up. Again, I need claw shots, so I'm gonna not closed open. They just get rid of the reminders so that they can survive. No other purpose. Not out of respect. Not out of, you know, I don't know how to put it. Memorializing. Just get out of my way, let me survive. Let me die in peace instead of die to cruelty. Which, I don't know, I haven't really enjoyed that feeling. Taking care of the reminders is fun, but just leaving the remains of that fight around like most people do, it never really was fun for me. Well, I got the compromise for you. It's what's known as a paladin playthrough. This was coined by one of my friends. If you know the D&D paladin, you know this paladin. Pretty much. Only fights as a means to an end when they need to, and when they need to fight, they will always bury the remains. You know, put the remains to rest. And it's kind of nice because you know, cleaning up the world to leave it better than when you started. And not just trying to survive. Kind of is nice because it's giving you purpose, but the problem remains. But why? Why should I bother fighting if there is nothing left to fight for? If there is no one left to fight for. This is a game where I really feel like having other survivors would be really nice. I feel like NPCs would be really, really nice, but they have an update coming out this quarter, and it's already been confirmed the only NPCs we're getting are farm animals. It's like, cool, I guess. Another thing to take care of, but not a reason to take care of it. An idea that I've had is that the multiplayer spreads out a bit, so it's not just all of us in an encampment, but spread out across the different towns in the game, to give that little bubble of, you know, we're each surviving on our own. We have other people to look forward to meeting up with one day. Unfortunately, that still remains the problem of, once we all die, there is no point. So it's like, it's a short-term solution, but only that. It's only a short-term solution. And it's like, I don't know. I burned out of it back in January. I was doing a really aggressive project, a very massive project, where I try to write in that, no, actually, you are not the only people that survived. There are other survivors. Basically retconning what the game itself says. No, actually, there are other survivors. You're not alone. You were asked to build a memorial to those who fell in the catastrophe. And it was a very aggressive project, so much so that I feel like it's not a very survival, solo-friendly project. It really needs co-op, but the problem is it also needs good co-op. It needs communication. It needs trying to think. It's hard to think of the words, you know? You need to communicate, like, here's what I'm doing today, here's what I need to do this thing. And also the way that I play the game, none of my friends really like doing projects in that style, because this is a simulation game where you can choose to simulate real life. But it makes playing the game more tedious, slower, and not really for much benefit. You don't gain any buffs or, taking your time to wash off your tools, your clothes, your car. You don't get any buffs for making food that makes sense instead of just food that you threw together based on what you had in the cupboard. You don't get any debuffs for basically throwing things in the cupboard into the pot and seeing what comes out. There's literally no reason to play realistically. Other than to play realistically for the fun of it. And it's much, much slower than playing the game without playing realistically. So a lot of my friends don't actually like playing the game realistically. In fact, I've even been told that Saturday, at least 2 of them are not going to do that. And I was like, okay. If 2 of you aren't going to play realistically, then nobody should, because if 2 of you aren't, then it just makes it harder for those of us who do. But I don't really enjoy the game when I'm not playing realistically. So I'm dealing with the burnout of there's no point to what I'm doing. Plus I'm dealing with the fact that, you know, I'm not gonna be able to play the way that I like playing the game. Plus, I have no idea what I need for this. You know, just how hollow the world feels. There was civilization once. You can see the remainders of that civilization. I'm not in a good spot to do that. I'm not gonna get this, but I'm gonna try. So I've been playing a lot of it recently, trying to figure out how I'm gonna enjoy it on Saturday. And I just have not found my stride. I need there to be an end game. I need there to be a reason to do the things that I'm doing. It can't just be, you know, woohoo, you're doing it to survive. It's like, but why am I surviving? I don't really like stories that have that you were the last person. There will be nobody after you. So, there is your long-winded ramble. While I am, probably as you can hear, out of breath. I get this way when I don't stream. I'm losing my ability to talk for long periods. The thing is, I can see the game being good. There are things that the game could do to be good. Problem is, there's a lot to fix. And the game has been in pre-release for a decade. They're still updating it, but it has been in pre-release for a decade, and it has barely changed. Only recently has it really started, like, the last 2 years has it really started to change significantly from what it was a decade ago. The next update, for example, is going to be overhauling animation. It's going to be adding actual animals instead of just you do a thing and boop, you have an animal in your inventory. You can actually see those animals in the world. You can actually take care of those animals in the world. You can actually hunt those animals in the world. It's not gonna be click a thing and then all of a sudden the thing appears in your inventory. You actually add to the realism. It's like, okay. If you're doing that, can we have NPCs? And they're like, eh, maybe. We'll think about it. The players ask for... So I was thinking characters. The players ask for endgame and they get, haha, we're updating the animations engine. We're updating, you know, the height limit of buildings. We're updating the maps, which, okay, the maps are cool, but you have that initial issue of why? Why do these things instead of, you know, accept the fact? Because the game even says, this is how you died. It tells you from the start, you are going to die. That is the point. That is the end game that it wants you to get to, is that you die. But it's like, okay, why? You ask for end game and we get, ooh, we're just gonna give you animation, animals, but not NPCs. You know, more renewable resources, which again, you're making the game easier to play, but you're not giving us a reason to play it. There are people that have mentioned this in the past, and when they mention it to other people, no, you... Why? Why? When they mention to other people, the general response is, then this game isn't for you. That's just how this game is. This game isn't for you. AKA, go away. And it's kind of... It's sad seeing that from a player base. You know, saying that a company is doing good for not giving you an endgame. Because that's how they want the game to be. And you just need to accept it. Like, okay, sure, maybe that's the way that they want you to play the game. You don't need to be mean to the other people there because they feel differently than you about it, though. And it's just, I don't know. It's like people want the game to grow, but they also chase away people that have that mindset of the world is hollow and empty and I don't know what to do. It's a sandbox. That's the point of the game. If you don't like it, then this isn't the game for you. I don't know. I think if somebody's asking, I want to enjoy the game, but I'm struggling, you shouldn't respond like that. You should give them ideas of how to enjoy the game. You should point them towards mods or settings that really yeah, great. That really help you overcome this feeling. You shouldn't say, oh, you feel this way, therefore this game isn't for you. The person is asking for help enjoying a game they spent $20 on. Because on the surface, the game was something they thought they would enjoy. And they saw that the developers have been making massive changes to the game recently, and they were excited to see those massive changes. But they get in the game, they play solo because they don't have friends to play with. And they feel like the world is empty, and they're burning out, and they need a reason to play. So they go, hey, I'm a new player. Any tricks? Any tips to make the world less empty? Just why? I don't know. don't even have thoughts on the creators, to be honest. The creators that make videos for the game. I don't know. I'll be honest. I feel like there's a couple of them that just lean too heavily into that doing it for the sake of doing it to survive, to take out the remnants. There are some that write very good stories from the sandbox. They make sandcastles out of what they are given. And they make very good sandcastles out of what they are given. With the tools they are given. And then there are people that are just kind of in between. They just try to ride the algorithm for the game. And the algorithm for the game has only those two camps to work with. So if you're trying to ride the algorithm, one day it's gonna be this, clearing out these massive groups is super cathartic and very fun to watch. And then the next day it's gonna be, oh, look at this story. This well-crafted story that took 36 hours in-game to, you know, even get started writing. So if you're trying to ride the algorithm for the game, it's like, yeah, gotta like both camps, cause it's gonna go one of two ways. And you're never gonna know which way it's gonna go. I think maybe there is kind of a balance, just people haven't found it yet. Between the two. And I kind of wonder if my paladin playthrough style is kind of possible to achieve that balance. You're taking out all of the remnants, but you're also writing a story. There's a way up without pushing this thing, right? Oh boy, here I go, feeling like an idiot again. Yeah, I'm just kidding. Because you could write the story of this is how you survived, this is what you did for the dying world. You know, everywhere that you put the remnants to rest, you could put up a memorial saying how many you put to rest in that one location. But the problem with that is the fact that it takes effort, and YouTube is not really good for effort. Long efforts. Those who put hours and hours and hours into their craft often don't do as well as those who put like 5 minutes into it and steal from others. Or just farm content. Make one thing and then make it over and over and over and over again, never changing it. So, I don't know. The thing is, I'm in the camp that wants to enjoy the game. I'm in the camp that finds some of the mechanics lackluster, but also fun and enjoyable in the state that they currently are, and they found mods that make them even better. They just feel like the world is hollow and there's no point. A character that survived for 1,000 days, what's the point? What? How did... Oh... Twilight Princess. Thank you. Yeah, I've got a little bit of complaints. Come on. Come on! Ugh. So tired. And you can tell. This is my least favorite stage of Cowlard, by the way. And then I figured it out. The problem with me creating any videos on that is I already have a Tears of the Kingdom playthrough to edit. I just don't enjoy editing. And I don't want to hand off hours of recording to somebody else. Here's the vision. Have fun editing. I have had experiences asking people for help with large projects before, like that, where I don't have the talents to do one part, so I asked somebody for help with that, and usually those projects end up with the project never being finished, because there's a disagreement in creators. So I, just like I need a reason to do it in game, need a reason to edit. And I abandoned this channel for a reason. There was no point. I was always told when I was younger that I'd be good at content creation, but by the time I finally get around to hopping on the platform, it was modern YouTube, where creativity doesn't matter, it's the algorithm that matters. Same for Twitch. Love how many people break rules on Twitch and yet get on the homepage. I disagree. Whatever. But I don't know. Not only do they get on the homepage, they make a lot of viewers. A lot of money doing what they do. And Twitch just looks the other way. Doesn't enforce their rules. Puts them on the homepage. Pats them on the back. I don't know. Being an artist was never easy, but I feel like it's gotten harder. You're kidding me. Kidding me. I get a spin after. Or I mess up a backflip. Hitting my thumb used to the motion. I think I'm not even doing. I think I'm just doing. Yeah. There we go. I need a sword to do taunts. I need a bow to do Jesus helping hand. I guess I'll take a soul. Cat, why? But yeah, I think I've talked to your ears off enough. I'm gonna go ahead and mute and try to figure out where I want to go. Nice death. Chose to go here because there's a lot to do in the field south, so I can go ahead and get the Howling statue on my way. Yeah. Darn. Concept was there, just not the right timings. If I'm gonna keep recording seeds that are rolled for me, I need to update my profile picture on YouTube. It's still the outdated one that I replaced about a year ago. I still need to finish working on that updated logo, but does the job, I don't care. What are we looking for right now? We're looking for Goron keys, a bow, sword, books. I got nothing. What would be our biggest progression item? I don't know. Sword? I guess sword. Yeah, sword sounds right because tots. I have how many keys for tot? I think 2? 1 or 2? That would be a lot of checks. Plus also, I think I can do Armagoma, which means I can do... No, I can't do Armagoma because I don't have a bow. I think that's a fish. It was in fact a fish. Can't do Armagoma because I don't have a bow. Nobody. 2 fish. Maybe a fish? It's a fish. Hey, it's finally the bottle. Sorry, take my left hand off the controller and I forget you kind of steer straight for our pillar. Trying to think about it. I really don't know what this seed wants of me. If we get a fishing rod, we can do a lot in Snow Peak, but we need the ball and chain. We need 2 books to get to the city in the sky. We have everything we would need to do anything in the city. We have checks in a required dungeon, but it still feels 5, 9, 10. Still feels less than anything else I could do. Although I guess I could... It's a toss-up between Rove and Mines next. I have this feeling like I shouldn't be putting Goron mines off. Because it's a required dungeon. But I don't know. There's more checks in the overworld than there are in Goron mines, especially around the castle. So I feel like I'm gonna get punished for putting it off. I feel like I should bail and go do it, but then if I go do it, then I'll get punished for doing that. That's the feeling I'm getting right now. If I had the bow and the key, maybe I'd feel less inclined to keep putting it off. But then again, it could have a French vanilla bow. Wow, nice. We're only 4 hours and 11 minutes in. I don't know. If we get the other fishing rod, there is no reason to not go to Snow Peak aside from the fact that we don't have the stinking ball and chain. We have all of the keys for Snow Peak, but not the ball and chain or the fishing rod that we need. Why? Well, I was gonna do this check before I went to the grove. And then I decided, no, it'll be faster for me to do all the castle checks. Castletown checks, excuse me. In one fell swoop after I go to the grove. I go to the grove, get the check, I come back, and there's the sword. I believe that might be an ice trap. I think there's only one bomb bag, but I'm gonna double check. Because it would be nice to have 2 types of bombs, but I'm about to take an ice trap. Yep, that's an ice trap. Oh, well. What can you do? I mean, come on, like... I still need a bow to be able to fight Goma. And that unlocks Hidden Village. I'm grasping for straws here, man. There's no clear direction of where I'm supposed to go other than Snow Peak I have all the keys for, but not the ball and chain and fishing rod. I mean, I could go to Goron Mines. It's my next stop after Castletown. I don't care what they say. And that's also Forest, so we could actually go ahead and knock out Forest, like, real fast. For free 2 checks. Question myself as to why that wasn't marked off the tracker. I'm gonna go ahead and dip into Goron Mines. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and dip into Goron Mines. I need to stop putting it off. It's 9 checks. It won't take me that long. They're mostly in one area. I need to stop putting it off. Then after that we'll do forest, then what we can on tops. If we don't get the skybooks or the fishing rod and the mines. I'm gonna be kind of annoyed because I've had access to the mines for, well, a while actually. I've been recording for a little over an hour. I've had access to Goron Mines. Yeah. Nice. Where were the iron boots? Don't need to be wearing my boots, by the way. Where were the iron boots? That's... Can't remember. I get to suffer through listening to Epona's rescue. Please help. It's a good song. Ah! No, you dum-dum! I didn't tell you to do that! That's a death. Oh, it isn't a death. I was trying to put my shield away so it didn't burn, and Link's like, hey! You didn't let go of R fast enough. Probably also save because it's been a while. Question is, do we replace the Lakebed Uku with the Goron Mines Uku, or do we keep the Lakebed Uku? We have the Master Sword, we could save and quit in Lakebed. But I don't remember if that Uku overrides Goron Mines Uku anyway. I do not need a bottle game. I need fishing rod, bow, Goron Mine keys, books, ball and chain. Yeah, that's all we're missing. We're really missing books mainly. Or a book. 1 or 2 books. I don't remember. I don't like that jump. I think we're just missing 2 books, right? I can't check right now because I have one monitor. can't just... You know those people that can just glance over at their tracker? Haha, yeah, no. I know it's faster to just go around at this point, but I don't care. I think the forest temple would override any Uku anyway. And I know for a fact that Hotch definitely does, so it doesn't matter actually. Yeah, I just need one more book, actually. It'd be really nice if one of these was actually the few shadow that I need. Actually, it is 12:56, which means I wanted to end at 1, so I think after Goron Mines I'm gonna stop. I also need the ending blow. I keep forgetting that I need the ending blow. Ah! Okay. Okay. There's the fuse shadow for mines, which means we don't have to come back to mines for that. We just need to come back if there's an item in the mines. We're just looking for a book and the ending blow. Should I be concerned about the fact that you rolled the seed and I have 33 pose? that was pretty much a waste of time. We unlocked nothing. So, where to next? I mean, there's 5 checks for the Orden sweep, 6 on the bridge, 2 by the Po, and Plum. I mean, it's looking like I've got to go to Tot, which I should have gotten the sword before I went to Tot, kind of thing. And the problem with City is the fact that I have access to not only the west side, but also the east side. I'm lost. Point simple, I'm lost. Could also be coup 17. I could take a risk and go do that. But without the ball and chain, that'd be a double dip. There's 2 reasons I need the ball and chain, as I have almost full access to Snow Peak and coup. But I don't know. You got me with this one, I'm trying to see the pain.